Hi, I'm Beth from My Tutoring Bee, and in today's video, we are going over how to solve systems of equations by graphing. I've got an example for us, so let's go ahead and get started. Here we have our two equations, that is our system of equations, and what we're looking for when we are wanting to find a solution is an xy coordinate point where those two lines cross on our graph. Now, most of our systems of equations are going to cross at one point. There are cases where systems of equations will have no solution, meaning that the lines don't cross each other at all, or they will have infinitely many solutions, which means that the two lines actually lie on top of each other. I'm going to cover both of those in two separate videos, so be on the lookout for those. But in this video, let's go ahead and graph both of these equations and see where they cross, see what their solution is. Let's start with this first equation. It's already in slope-intercept form, so pretty easy to go ahead and graph. I do cover how to graph linear equations from slope-intercept form in another video. I'll link that in the description below. Let's start off with our y-intercept here at +7. And then our slope is -1/4, so I'm going to, from that point, go down 1, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Especially with systems of equations, I like to graph as many points as possible because a lot of times one of those points that I have graphed will be the solution to my system. So let's go up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's about as far as I can go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and graph in my line here, making sure that it's spilling off the edge of the graph. All right, and then for the second equation, I'm going to graph that in yellow. Now it's in standard form. I can change this into slope-intercept form. I have a video on that as well, how to convert standard form into slope-intercept form for easy graphing, but there is a way that you can graph it from standard form. So I'm going to go ahead and try that with this equation. The way that we do that is we want to find both the x and the y intercepts. So in order to find the y-intercept, I'm going to plug in 0 for x. So we're going to have 4 times 0 plus y equals -8. So that term cancels out, and so we're just left with y equals -8. So that is my y-intercept for this graph. And then I'm going to go back to the original equation, and in order to find the x-intercept, I'm going to plug in 0 for y. So we'd have 4x plus 0 equals -8. Again, that term of 0 is just going to cancel out. So we've got 4x equals -8, divide by 4, divide by 4, and then x equals -2. So that would be our x-intercept. Now remember, before I said that I like to graph as many points as possible along this line. I could go ahead and draw my line through these 2 points and have my graph, but if my line is off a little bit, it might be hard to see exactly where that point is. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to look at these 2 points, figure out what my slope is, and graph a few more points on here. So from -8 up to 0, it's going to be 8, a rise of 8, and then a run of -2. So my slope for this graph is -8/2 or -4. So I know that from this point I can go up 1, 2, 3, 4 and over 1. And then up 1, 2, 3, 4 and over 1. I've already got that point graphed. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. And right there, because those 2 points are on top of each other, that is where those lines are going to intersect. And this is my solution. So let's go ahead and graph our line, again, spilling off over the edges of the graph here. And my solution to this system of equations is at -4, +8. Now, it's a great idea to check our solution mathematically with our equations. Again, each of these lines contain infinitely many solutions to that one equation. So this blue line that I graphed has infinite solutions to this first equation, and this yellow line contains infinite solutions to this second equation. But there's only one solution that lines up for both of them, that is, satisfies both of these equations. So what I want to do is I want to take this x, y coordinate, substitute those numbers in into my equations just to check and make sure that I have everything correct. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this first equation. So we've got y equals -1/4 x plus 7. My y coordinate that I want to check is 8. My x coordinate that I want to check is -4. So now we're just solving this right-hand side of the equation. -1/4 times -4 gives us +1. So I've got 8 equals 1 plus 7, and then 1 plus 7 equals 8. So that is a true equation, meaning that this solution is a solution for this first equation. Let's check the second one. So we've got 4x plus y equals -8. Again, I'm going to check my solution here with my x and y values. So we've got 4 times -4 plus 8 equals -8. 4 times -4 is -16 plus 8 equals -8. -16 plus 8 gives us -8, and that equals -8. So again, we have a true equation. So this is a solution of this second equation as well, meaning that it is the solution for the system of equations. Now, not every system of equations has a nice pretty point like this where our x and y values are integers. So if that is the case, where if you have a graphed solution and it's kind of off a little bit, it's not right on one of those grid marks, a great way to find your solution for your system is either by using the substitution or elimination method. I do have a couple of videos on each of those methods coming up, so look for those in the description below, as well as the systems that have infinitely many solutions or no solutions. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that this video is helpful for you. If you liked my style of teaching, I am offering online tutoring. So this is personalized one-on-one tutoring. If you're interested in that, or if you feel like that would be helpful for you, please take a look at the links in the description below and reach out to me. I'd love to see if I could help you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. That does help me to continue making these videos for you. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.